Oh, bad bun, still able to block though, but gets counter hit. Gatchan looking to reset now. Pull him in the corner in big trouble.
Still no V reversal. He's going
jab
to
in.
have to activate.
Oh,
He gets him and puts him back in the corner. He's got a bar and a half.
Throw. Oh, the meaty. You got
One
gets
more
right now,
touch.
Gatchan. Oh, he still can't deal with it. Problem X takes it.
Oh my word!
Your EGX 2017 champion.
Hey guys, BornFree here. Welcome back to my channel. I am here with Problem X, who I've been trying to interview for about 2 years. 2 years, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good.
Finally locked you down like the child catcher. Gotcha to come here, and we get to talk to you. And it's good because this year you're doing really well, man. Like what you had what was it? 4 majors in a row that you won?
Yeah, I won 4 CPT events in a row. 2 rankings and 2 premiers.
Okay. That's crazy. I know that you're like 5th or 6th, something like that in the CPT leaderboard. What do you think has made the difference this year? Do you feel different this year? Do you feel like, I mean, obviously the results are different, right?
Yeah, I feel like I understand the game a lot more.
Okay.
'Cause I'm a bit of a slower learner.
Okay.
So last season I wasn't, one of the faster ones who took off at the game. I'd say I play a lot more. I'm doing this full time now. So I've been practicing a lot more, have more time.
Okay.
I can watch a lot more videos, study more player tendencies. So I'm a lot more confident when I'm playing people because I've done a lot more homework on it, if you will. So.
Okay, so what enabled you to go full time? Was it the sponsorship?
The sponsorship, yeah, and the fact that just from working, I'd saved up enough money to give it a go for a while.
You investing in it? Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea, man.
Yeah.
When you went full time, right? Do you treat it like a business? Do you go, right, I gotta practice this many hours a day? Like, how do you think about it, like, to be as productive as you possibly can?
I just think that I want to learn as much as I can about every character, and watch as much videos about every player who I know who's notable that's going to the event that I'm about to go to. I never had time to do that before. I literally just practice my stuff and just try and run my game. But now I can see, this type of play style is less likely to work on this guy, whereas this is more likely to work. So I have more time to study the players.
I find myself procrastinating, like in my free time. Do you have like a structured day is what I'm getting at? Like, how do you go about like trying to make sure that you are the best?
Well, yeah, I love winning. Winning's the goal.
Yeah.
I play a lot online. If I play against a guy who gave me a hard time, with a matchup or anything like that, I'll invite the guy in to session and session that matchup to get rid of those weak points. And it's just I'm a lot harder on myself about the things that is like okay. Like losing a certain amount of time to a certain character is not okay. Even though the nature of Street Fighter 5, there is a lot more guessing than in other games, but it's about prevention of the situation. So if I lose to a Laura a couple of times, other people will be like, oh, it's just Laura. But there is a strategy or tactic, so I believe, to make sure that you get lured way less. So I don't like accepting it's just the game or it's just the character. There is some kind of method you can use. So I always try and look for that.
Yeah, I think that is super important in people who are actually going to improve, Capcom Cup coming up, right? It's a little bit different because you pretty much know who you're going to be playing. Like not talking about specific brackets. What I'm saying is it's not 200 people. There's 32 people, right? So does your preparation change at all as you go to Capcom Cup? Like, how do you think about it?
No, it's not really gonna. I mean, what I'll do is I'll be playing against the characters who I don't really play a lot of, who I know are in the cup.
Okay.
That's something that I'll do. But other than that, I mean, I think everyone's level of understanding of the game and situations of each character is kind of what it may be, but it's just about the neutral. I'm going to watch a lot of people's neutral in high-pressure environments. It's one of the reasons why I came to Canada Cup here, because I was already qualified before here.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see how the players who need to win to qualify here, when it's a tournament that matters the most to them, you get to see their true instincts and character when they're playing. Which is why I came here, just to see, how MOV plays, for example, when he needs to qualify.
Uh-huh.
Zhao Hai, how does he like to play when he needs to win?
Yeah.
Because everyone in Capcom Cup will be playing like they need to win.
Uh-huh.
So, it's different than when you play someone who's already got points clear in another tournament who doesn't have to care about that tournament. The way they play might not be a true reflection of how they will play in the actual cup. So that's what I'll be looking at. Tournaments where at the start of the season, where certain players had no points, how they play when they need to win, and those towards the end of the season, how they play when they need to win. And that's what I'll be storing, that information.
That's a lot. I never even thought of it that way, I have to be honest, and I'm an overthinker myself. That's actually, a lot of that makes a lot of sense, seeing people under stress situations. Mm-hmm. Now, you've been doing this for a long time, right? We just had this conversation. Can you just tell me, or tell me again, how long you've been traveling and how long you've been playing competitively?
Since 2011, so
Okay.
6 years now.
So Street Fighter 4 was the first game you took seriously?
Our first fighting game, I was playing MLG Call of Duty prior to that.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You still play some of that, by the way?
Nah, not really, but I might buy that new World War II.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I might buy that. Yeah,
Boots on the ground, man.
Yeah.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
I want to see that game. But yeah, other than that, I don't play anything else but Street Fighter at the moment.
All right, cool. So UK scene seems to me, at least, I have to remind people that I actually live in New York and been there for like 10 years. But from the outside looking in, it looks stronger than ever. Is that the case? I mean, what's your feeling about the UK scene right now?
I think in terms of Street Fighter 5, it's stronger than what it's been before. It's due to more exposure, things like Gfinity, more weeklies, whatever. But in terms of Street Fighter history, since I've been around, so Street Fighter 4, the UK was stronger in Street Fighter 4.
Oh, really?
In terms of within the UK.
Okay.
In terms of international, victories and tournament wins, it's been stronger in Street Fighter 5. But I actually feel that we had a stronger community, more players of a higher level in Street Fighter 4.
Ah, okay. Do you think a lot of people got pushed away by Street Fighter 5? I don't know. What do you think happened?
People got pushed away. Some people just had more real life stuff to do.
Okay. So maybe there's a little bit of nostalgia going on there as well. Like for you, like those are the glory days. I don't know. Like
Street Fighter 4 was just, it was obviously when I came through. And the things that went into being good at Street Fighter 4, there's different attributes in this game.
yes, very different.
Yeah, so you can see people who were extraordinarily good at Street Fighter 4 really struggle in this game. And until you get your head around what this game is, how it's supposed to be played, and the fact that it is actually different, that will confuse you alone when you see certain results. But then when you actually look at those people play, you actually realize that they're still trying to play Street Fighter 4 within Street Fighter 5, which is why they lose. So people who actually play Street Fighter 5 get the results.
Gotcha. When you were transitioning from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5, was there any moments, was there any sort of like epiphanies that you had, where you said, this is what I need to stop doing or something like that,
I just realized that Street Fighter 5 is a very offense-based game. So if you're trying to play, obviously it has a few defensive elements because neutral is important, but if you're trying to play 100% defense with no offense, probably making it very hard for yourself. I mean, even if you look at the defensive characters, they've given them offensive tools that they never had in previous iterations of the game. People like Dowsin with the instant air yoga Gale being plus, allowing him to get a follow-up. He never had that in any other Street Fighter because he didn't need it, because zoning was actually a strong point.
Yeah.
Here, I think zoning is temporary
until
until you get somebody in your situations. And that's why even the defensive characters have offenses. Fang is clearly a defensive character, but he has the cloud mix-ups and slide to mix you up. Gao, he can follow behind his V-skill boom, and he's got the loops in the corner and stuff like the Sonic Boom loops and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, so they've given all the defensive characters offensive options, which should tell you about how they want the game to be played.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I totally agree. Let's talk about you. Problem X, where does that name come from?
One of my favorite rappers used to be DMX,
Okay.
and one of my favorite cartoons was X-Men.
Okay.
Yeah, so I liked Professor X, so I just put them try to mix the two themes together. Because DMX is quite a problematic rapper.
A problematic rapper. That's cool, man. I like it a lot. I actually really like the name Problem X. I think it's cool. So we talked about your background in fighting games. Is your favorite fighting game of all time Street Fighter 4?
No, I like Street Fighter 5. I like Street Fighter 4. I like watching Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never play that though.
Why would you never play it?
It's just mayhem. It's just yeah, it's not for me. But I love watching it. It's really hype to watch. It's fun to watch. I like Street Fighter 5 because it's very decision based, strategy based.
Yeah.
So I like Street Fighter 4 and 5.
Well, what's been your proudest moment, like across your, let's call it a career? You know, it's become a career. What's been your proudest moment since you started getting into competitive Street Fighter?
I've got to be winning EGX
Yeah.
the other day because it's my first Premier win. So it's my biggest win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Good one to be proud of. So you play Bison. Why do you play Bison?
He's a boss character. I like the way he looks on this game. It's really cool. Really has a boss theme about him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, like heavy hitting, slow walking. Yeah, really awesome character.
When he first came out, I was like, thank God Bison is not a joke anymore, because he became very memey. You know, they had all these memes on Bison, you know, like the old cartoons and all that crap. And like, to me, it was Tuesday from the movies and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, can someone please restore Bison back to like being like that hardcore boss from Street Fighter 2?
Yeah.
And I felt like they achieved that with Street Fighter 5. I look at him and I go, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can see the attraction in that character for sure. You're probably the strongest with Bison in the world. Do you feel like you know something about the character that other people don't? Do you feel like he's stronger, or do you just feel like he suits you?
I just thought he suits me.
He suits you?
Yeah, I think there's way stronger characters in the game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think are the strongest characters in the game?
Balrog,
Yeah?
Ibuki, Karen.
And any being slept on?
Vega's being slept on. I think he's really
Oh,
good.
really? You think Vega's being slept
I
on?
think he's really good. Yeah.
What do you think is good about Vega?
He's got everything in it. He's got looping command grabs. So after command grab, forward dash is +2 in your face for another command grab, or light kick combo, which leads into another 50-50. So he has the same kind of 50-50s as most characters. He's got flying Barcelona attack is just ridiculous, too hard to block. And when you're trying to block it, he can cancel it into the air throw. He's got really good neutral, a universal V trigger, one of the best V reversals on the game in mid screen. The only place he really struggles is anti-airs, but he doesn't really need them because his walk speed's so good, so he can always just walk underneath your jumps and walk out your jumps. I think he's really, really good. I don't think he has that many flaws other than anti-airs.
All right, so let me ask you this question, since you think he's really good. Do you have any secondaries? Do you think about having secondaries? Do you train with secondaries? Or do you have secret pocket characters you're not going to tell us about?
Well, I've been playing a bit of Zangief.
Okay.
But I think I'll have to wait for the next season to see who's viable.
Okay.
Yeah, for secondaries. But Zangief covers a lot of Bison's bad matchups. So
He does?
yeah.
Which ones?
Well, Mika, Laura. Even though Bison I can win them with Bison, but Zangief destroys Bison. I don't really play the mirror that much. If you don't want to play mirrors, you got Zangief for that. So mainly just grapplers and the mirror.
Fair enough. We talked about characters. Let's talk about players. Who are your favorite players to watch?
I like watching F-Champ. I like watching MOV. Yeah.
MOV was crazy this weekend. I mean, he didn't make top 8, but like he was wrecking people in casuals. He did an OCV, I think, yesterday in teams, just with Chun-Li. Like, he's insane. And a lot of F-Champ seems to be like the player's player. Like I always ask players like who you like. A lot of people say F-Champ. So it's interesting trend. Like the pro players, they see something in F-Champ and they're like, what is it you see in F-Champ?
He is Dhalsim.
He is Dhalsim. Okay.
Yeah, he is Dhalsim. There's no better Dhalsim than F-Champ. In any iteration of Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, no one better. He just makes the character look. He gives you belief in that character.
That's a pretty good, that's a pretty amazing thing to do to inspire people. You know, it's like the old Q players or whatever. You know, it's like how the hell do they do that? All right, so fighting games at the moment. Is there any other games that you play or are thinking of playing?
So far, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I may play. Yeah.
Okay.
But I have to fill the game out. But yeah, that's about it at the moment. Dragon Ball Z, I'm looking forward to.
Okay. Let's talk about, go back to Street Fighter 5, let's talk about Zeku, because that's the hot topic at the moment, right? Have you had a chance to play Zeku or see videos? Like, what's the deal in terms of, like, your interaction with Zeku?
Yeah, I've played him about a little bit. I've seen quite a few videos. He looks good, but he looks like the player has to be of a high level to be threatening with him.
Okay.
Which is good, because it indicates that might be the path that they want to move the game onto, with more higher octane characters, higher execution. However, while certain other characters remain in the game how they are, people like Balrog, Laura, they're very, very easy to use characters. I don't think we're going to see much Zeku, because in a competitive tournament scenario, why would you play a more difficult character when you can get a better result with an easier character? It just doesn't make sense.
So what you've seen so far of like Arcade Edition, and I don't think we have all the information at all right now, to be honest. But are you excited about Arcade Edition, and do you have specific hopes about how they potentially adjust the gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm excited about Arcade Edition until I play it.
Well, there's a second V trigger. Does that intrigue you?
Yeah, depends. It depends if the V skills are different. You know, if you got, for example, someone like Nakali building a 2-bar V trigger with that Seismo, then he's just gonna be even more stupid. So, yeah, I'd have to see the end result before I can say if I'm excited for it or not. I'm excited for the concept that they're trying to change the game. Yeah. I think what needs to change, they need to just add a couple more either defensive options or a defensive mechanic that gives you more than one wrong guess and you lose. Mm-hmm. So if they don't want to add in more defensive options, they should follow maybe a Mortal Kombat design and maybe give you like a breaker when they're getting hit. Yeah. Because things are so 50-50, if you don't, you know, you're very likely to get caught. So you should have to maybe spend your whole V trigger and break the combo at once per round or something. Either something like that, or they definitely need to get rid of anti-air jabs. They need to fix pushback tech, where the guy just purposely gets hit to fall out your combo and then punishes you. Yes. Yeah, I mean, they need to fix things like that. Yeah. Because it weakens characters. Characters like Ed, his combos don't even hit as it is. So with pushback tech, it's just impossible. There's no point playing him. So they need to fix those things so you can get full utilization out of characters like Ed and a few others. And yeah, I think Ed's a really interesting character, and I hope that feedback came immediately from everybody. So I hope they're listening in regards to that, like him being able to actually complete his combos. That'd be great. All right, so season 2 overall this season, the DLC characters, right? What do you think about them? Do you think they? I mean, we talked a little bit about Ed, but like, do you find them interesting? Do you like the direction they've been going in? Do you find any of them exciting? Yeah, I mean, I like what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring in different styles of character. I think Abigail needs some nerfs. Okay. Yeah, I think it does way too much damage, way too many unpunishable moves. Yeah, he's the only character I have a problem with out of the new characters. Renat's okay. Renat's fair. When she hasn't got the crystal ball, her normal range is weakened. Yeah. You know, things like that. That's normal. Abigail is just a bit silly right now. Out of the new characters, I think Colleen needs a bit more damage on like throws. There's no real threat to taking her throw. Yeah, so other than that, fine. Fix Ed's combos, Abigail damage nerf, and make his V trigger 3 bars instead of 2 bars. And yeah. All right, so let's talk about season 3. I think most people seem to think season 3 is going to be returning characters,
right? Is there any characters that you're like, this guy has to return, or I really want to see this guy return?
Yeah, I want to see E Honda in the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to see E Honda. I think he'll fit good in this type of game. Obviously, I would like to see Viper, but it's not. She's not essential to coming into the game.
Okay.
I don't think she'll bring anything greatly new. It'll just be a bunch of plus frames and 50-50s, which is what the game is. But E Honda is, I want to see some more solid, zony, slow-paced characters. Sagat, he's got to come back.
Yeah.
Just more controlling characters. We got all the mix-up, YOLO characters that we need. We don't need another 5 of those. We need some more solid characters to bring in those types of players and tweak a few mechanics to make solid play work throughout the duration of the match. Not you be semi-solid and then have to pressure. Some people just want to be solid. I want the game to be in a way where everyone can pick a style and win with that style. So you're either an excellent zoner or you're a 50-50 random player. That's fine as well. But right now, zoning can't win and 50-50 wins too much. So they need to tweak that a bit. Okay. So characters like E Honda, Sodom would be good.
Oh yeah.
I would even like to see, the return of a couple of Final Fight characters. So people like Cody would be very good in this game, extremely good in this
Everyone says Cody. Everyone seems to think Cody's a Street Fighter 5 character.
Yeah, he'd be very good in this game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That sounds. I'd like to see all those characters come back. To be honest, I particularly like to see Honda's stage because that was like my favorite stage when I was like growing up. The bathhouse.
Yeah.
Capcom Cup, right? Besides yourself, right? Who are the most dangerous players there? And who's one that maybe people might be a dark horse.
Most dangerous? There's a lot of dangerous players there, but most dangerous probably Takedo, Punk, Yukadon.
Okay.
Right now.
That's been a pretty consistent answer I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any that you think are like a little bit under the radar? They're top 32, so they're not all under the radar, but, anyone you think is a little bit of a dark horse?
For the people that have qualified now, I could see Gachiken winning as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Before we round out, let's get a little bit more about you. So you said, you play fighting games, you do it professionally. Before that, you had been playing, Call of Duty. Are you still a video gamer? Do you consider yourself a video gamer? Do you still play video games for fun? Do you have time for that? And if so, what do you play?
Yeah, now I probably play Call of Duty more recreationally.
Okay.
Online with friends.
Yeah.
Try and dominate the ranked matches. And
which mode do you play?
Search and Destroy.
I fucking love Search and Destroy. Yeah, love Search and Destroy.
Yeah, it's the most serious game mode.
Yeah.
It's close to realistic game mode on that game.
Yeah, and if you're the last guy standing and you win the round,
yeah. So yeah, I like all that. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't have that much time for it now.
Yeah.
But that's the game. I also play. Well, it's part of practicing, but I play a lot of Dynasty Warriors. Good tactics in that, transferable tactics to other games. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but other than that, that's usually.
All right. So outside of video games, the world of video games, what other stuff do you? What's your life like? Have you got other interests, hobbies, or commitments, or whatever? Do you watch movies? Do you go to the gym? Tell me a little bit more. Things that you get up to.
Yeah, I watch movies. I'm going to watch that new Thor when I get back.
What's it called?
Ragnarok Thor.
Oh, right, Thor, yeah.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend, so I'll watch it with her.
Okay.
Yeah, I just do normal stuff. Go out with friends from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, recently, I'm not going to lie to you, life's been on hold. It's just been about Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's what I always trying to gauge with people, what's going on, is it all Street Fighter at the moment, and it makes sense for it to all be Street Fighter for you at the moment, to be perfectly honest. Do you find sometimes that you get burnt out and you go, shit, I need to take a few days off for a week or?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. It's like, okay, you know, other things need attention and I'm just tired of this, you know, I need a break because I'm not, you hit like when you hit a strategic brick wall, you need to reevaluate, make sure that you don't, sometimes like when you're practicing something that you discovered at the start of the week or a thought process or tactic you had at the start of the week, by the end of the week, you've forgotten that thought. So I kind of write things down on a day-to-day and at the end of the week, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that, and then try to implement that. So, yeah.
Gotcha. I think it's important to take breaks every now and then because you just the brain needs to sometimes catch up.
Yeah.
You know? Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Anything that you had burning desire to talk about? Or, you know, anyone you need to give a shout out to or anything like that?
Well, I'll give a shout out to my sponsors, Mousesports, making this tour really possible this year. And yeah, just everyone who supports me really, and all the Bison Shadow Army. Yeah. All
right, well, listen, man, it's like super exciting to see you like so high up in CPT rankings. It's exciting to see you go to the Capcom Cup. It's exciting to see you in top 8. This is being recorded before top 8 in Canada Cup. Yeah. So it's been a pleasure. Yes, good luck in the top 8. Good luck in Capcom Cup. And, you know, we're going to say goodbye to these guys. See you guys.